Hello, Libra, and any Libra placements. This is going to be a collective reading for any and all Libras. Welcome in. Oh, my didn't change. There we go. Hello, welcome in. We're going to be getting into basically what I call a modified past, present, future spread. Kind of just want to get right into it. We're going to start with the Wildwood Tarot. Then we're going to clarify the rest with Tarot of the Abyss. We use Tarot of the Abyss in Gemini's reading, so the Gemini reading may or may not resonate for some of you. If you see that the Tarot of the Abyss and like the cards are really like just pulling you in, drawing you in, the Gemini reading is definitely going to be relevant in some like deeper level, deeper meaning. Certain readings can kind of connect in similar ways just to kind of provide deeper insight on what is going on. What is going on for Libra? Clear on this message, please. Ask and you shall receive. 10 of Cups. Hold on. Happiness? Hold on. Some of y'all are like, hold on, that ain't right. Where's all that? I think it's like some waterworks needed to be released. Some, like, what feels like, what do I want to say? Whether you are prone to crying when you release emotions, or you just feel the need to just release something, and that I feel like you don't necessarily need to cry in order to feel like you have had a waterfall like of emotions kind of a thing. Damn, that water is like super just drawing me in right now. There's something about like that impact of, oh, the moment it becomes like, damn, this is genuinely overflowing my mind space. I feel like you have been feeling all of these emotions and are like, oh my god, what's this overwhelming feeling I'm feeling? I can't understand it. It feels kind of nice. It's good. What? Is this happiness that you're feeling? Is this interesting? Alright. Oh, okay. Let's scooch over a little bit. The this tarot deck calls it the Ten of Vessels, but it's the Ten of Cups. Same thing. What else do we have in the present moment? What's going on? This is going to be oddly specific for quite a few people. Queen of Pentacles came out again. Queen of Pentacles came out in the Gemini reading in the center. Same exact spot. Some of you Geminis and Libras are probably going through some similar shit right now. So if you've been feeling alone, you ain't. You just don't know who's out there dealing with something similar. You just haven't met that person yet who's dealing with like the similar shit that you got going on. Who knows if you ever will, but there's a lot of people struggling with stuff out there that is very similar to what we all struggle with on a daily basis. Hello, I put your sister away. Come on. You're a bit more better at acrobatics than she is. And I may have to put you in the room too, but can you be good? I expect you to be good. What else? So ooh, hello. Ooh. 10 of Cups. Move on to that. 10 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the 8 of what would be swords. It's called arrows. 8 of swords, 8 of arrows. Same thing. Why do you feel like you need to bear the storm in order to do the healing? Why do you feel like you need to struggle in order to heal? What if healing was like as fluid as that river behind you? As fluid as that river in that blizzard and blistering cold that you're in. And it's like this bear is looking out to this 8 of arrows. Literally says struggle at the bottom. Sorry if it gets blurry. And it's like you're coming from all of these happy emotions whenever I feel like you reside back into spaces that are of the home. And when I say are of the home, that necessarily like doesn't have to be your home. It could be even like a space in your home, like your bedroom, or it could be like this place makes me feel like home. This action, this situation, this environment feels home or homey, or it just feels heartwarming. And it feels like a place that you can heal. It feels like a space that you can pour every ounce of your emotion into and not worry about where all the water leads, because you know at the end of the day all of this water is going to benefit some plants down the road, some kind of manifestation down the road. Something is going to grow from this. But if you are this mighty bear, if you are this solid Queen of Pentacles, this solid, what feels very grounded earth energy, doesn't matter that it's a Libra air sign that I'm reading for, you are so cautiously making or forgetting what bears do best, and I want you to realize what season it is in the 8 of Arrows card. 8 of Arrows, struggle. It's winter time. What do bears do in the winter? What do you guys know? What are bears known to do in the winter? What are strong people known to do in very tough situations, rough times? Very tough and strong, stern people take time to rest, take time to heal, take time to themselves, to pour every ounce of all of that somewhere, even if it's not a bad emotion. Because sometimes the healing is accepting the good and not the good, the bad, the ugly, but like, oh, this is good, this feels good. Like, it's not just bad and ugly, like, this is actually, like, cool. Like, there's a part that kind of starts, like, feeling good, and, like, you feel that, like, warmth in your heart and almost in your chest, and it's, like, a small bit of feeling alive again, I want to say. And it's just accepting that happiness that I think a lot of you Libras have been really trying just the heart, like your whole heart to do, and that's what it's like, taking all of these emotions are just bottled up in this heart space, and they've been pouring out whether you want them to or not. They've been releasing. They're released. They're already out here. And I feel like some of you have been trying to do this in your own privacy, because the Queen of Pentacles, just the way it's placed, is like this cave right here, like all this happiness, this emotion pouring out, releasing, accepting, even dwelling on, damn, this shit really is like good for us, is all within you, within this cave, within your mind, within your heart. And then it's like, oh, I'm a bear, I must go and bear the winter storm and struggle. And it's like, no, the whole point of recognizing that struggle is seeing that you can push past it and take your time with things, because that's the biggest thing with manifestation that some people and just we as humans forget. If we want to bring things into our life and manifest them, okay, yes, we have to pursue things, take action in life, but sometimes getting your rest, taking a day off, is the best fucking thing for you. Like, the absolute best thing for you. This also was a little bit discussed in Gemini's reading, not as much. Like, this is what the reading is about for Libra, is your rest days are the most important days for you. And it's like actively pursuing how your rest day can not only be beneficial for you, but also be efficient for you, to where, okay, it's a rest day, but you don't want to feel like you laid around all day. A rest day could literally just be like cleaning up a part of the kitchen. Oh, this part's been getting dirty and we've kind of been putting it off, and I don't feel like cleaning the whole kitchen, but I'm standing here, so I kind of feel like cleaning just this part. And it's like, you can just clean that single part. You don't need to clean the whole thing. When you clean things in parts, everything stays clean. It's kind of just finding small urges to do things and just following that, and knowing it's like, oh, I have the energy to get this task done. Let me just follow it, and follow it blindly. Because I feel like the biggest thing that's getting distracted right now is you constantly looking one way and thinking, oh, but I what if this, and what if this falls through, and I got to do this, and I have to struggle, I have to do this in this way because it's the only way. And it's like, the thing that is within this cave for you the bear, is Queen of Pentacles. Within your cave, Ten of Cups, happiness. Happiness cannot ignore the truth of, you don't always need to struggle to just live and survive. There's a part to life that I think makes or breaks people, where you can either choose to actively like seek just better things, it could be like better ways to organize the furniture in your house, better ways to like figure out what organizational tactics work for you. Because for me, I like seeing everything. I need to get like clear organizational things, because like how all my tarot decks are, I have to see all of them. I need to at least see just all of them out, so I can know what I have. That's just how my brain works. And understanding, okay, let me search for like tips and tricks and advice in this area of how I like to do things, or what works for me. And I feel like that's just okay, follow not only what works for you, because it's more than just, oh, this is how it works for me, this is how I can push past the struggle. It's like, no, see yourself actually like pushing past the struggle and seeing who you are past this struggle. It's not about, oh, don't look at the struggle, it's distracting you. It's see beyond it. You understand this is a part of life that you have to get through, but it's not like you gotta leave this warm, happy cave in order to make it through the winter time. You can sit here and wait within the places that make you feel like home, until all of these what feel like struggles kind of, it's almost like, I think you need to see the struggle, look at it entirely, and then once you've seen everything, you can then see beyond it. I feel like some of you are like, you need to see the whole picture to then see beyond the picture, because you just want to make sure you have seen the whole picture before you step outside. A lot of you, I feel like, are very one step at a time, one thing at a time. Do not mind and do not care how long this hibernation kind of stage takes, because it's not just hibernation. The hibernation is a big metaphor of healing. healing, and the biggest part, and I want you to just, anytime that you are going within and you feel like, oh, this healing isn't working because all I'm doing is just thinking about this, the biggest part of healing is recognizing what we're healing from. So just thinking about it and understanding, yes, this is why this thing in the past hurt me. Understanding all of the struggle that you've been through, seeing it for what it is, seeing every little piece, will then allow you to see that kind of bigger picture. But you don't need to be like, oh, how did that arrow break? We must solve how that arrow broke. No, you just need to be like, okay, there's some arrows on the ground, some are broken, alright, okay, alright, but what's beyond this? What's on the horizon here? It almost looks like the sun's coming up there. And I feel like sometimes it takes a second to just look around, and you don't need to really understand the why of every single detail right away, because the whole point of healing is just one step at a time. The thing I feel like some Libras are really good at is just taking like projects one step at a time and making sure that they have literally every single egg in the basket, and they will recount that basket like 3 times over to make sure that they have every single egg in that basket, and make sure that basket is secure so no eggs are broken, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with doing things that way. That's how you want to do it. That's how you want to do it. But seeing that as like, why do I do it that way? What's the purpose? Why am I this way? It's like, you don't need to worry about it. You don't need to worry about, oh, it's broken or it's not broken. Those arrows aren't going to be usable right now. There's certain tools right now that I feel like are certain mindsets you want to have that aren't going to be useful for you right now, because you need to look beyond all of these thoughts in your mind. And it's sort of seeing the bigger picture of your own thoughts. Because this bigger picture you're gaining of yourself is all just within you, your own thoughts, your own personal vessel, I want to say. And we are going to talk about the Two of Cups, but I'm going to pause the reading for the live stream. I'm definitely going to edit this and just edit like an actual like cut. So lucky anyone who's watching on YouTube, you won't have to wait. I need to use the bathroom really quick, so I should have gone before, but I had no idea. How am I supposed to know? It's not like I'm a Sims character and I can see my bladder meter. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, Libra. Welcome back. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. The Two of Cups can talk about love, can talk about attraction. The card literally says attraction here on the deck. Full focus. And it's almost like an attraction to the self. An attraction to a self that I feel like some of you don't even recognize. So it looks like a part of you that, like, if you are a horse, on the one side it looks like a horse, and you're looking at the inner you and you're expecting to see a horse, and you see an elk or a deer. It looks like more like an elk staring back at you. Or even a reindeer could be. I think it's more of a reindeer. You're gonna be a tad bit confused. Because when you understand your own happiness, you understand yourself like no other. And while there's a phrase of like, of course you're not gonna understand the new you, it's gonna cost you the old you or something like that, but it's not gonna cost you anything. Like, it doesn't have to come at like a cost other than letting go of not recognizing your own self, not actually taking that dive into yourself. I feel like all of these emotions are creating a pool, like this metaphorical pool around you that is allowing you to dive even deeper. Like these waters down here, like all of these emotions. Let's let it focus here. All of these emotions pooling down into this pool, creating almost what feels like beautiful metaphorical, like dives into your mind, and like portals into your mind, portals to dive into your mind. And the biggest thing about the new life versus the old life kind of a thing, the new you versus the old you, it doesn't have to be one versus the other. You essentially take both parts of you with you. It's more of the new you will never recognize the new version of yourself, because if you desire to be something that you can't also, like, certain people are like, oh, I wish I could do that, but I could never. It's like things like that, like things that you could never imagine yourself overcoming or being strong at, or even like seeing yourself in certain places. It's like you never thought you could actually do these things, and there's a part of you in the future that is actually already doing it, and that part of you needs to see that in order for that future you to be real. And the part of you that you also need to see is how you won't fully recognize it, and that it's okay to take that kind of rest day on, oh, I'm diving on like deeper parts of myself, but I'm not understanding all of it. That's okay. There's a lot to the depths of our own minds, hearts, and souls that gets very like convoluted, can get a little confusing here and there. My mic may sound a bit better, a bit more clear. I kind of fixed it. I forgot it wasn't angled right. I moved everything on my desk. Let's get some clarifiers for the 10 of Cups. Oh. Justice, Queen of Swords reversed. Oh, excuse me. Two cards that came out in the last reading, which was Gemini's reading. Very interesting. Geminis and Libras. Y'all gotta link up, because y'all ain't alone, okay? Do not for one second think you are alone in these battles and these struggles, these heartaches that you feel for not only yourself, but just past versions of you, past parts of you, even just thinking of you now. I want you to, there's this like, I want you to recognize the good, the bad, the ugly as not the good, the bad, the ugly, as just it is. That's okay. That's a struggle right there. Okay. That is a struggle. That is a definition of a struggle. Is what we're going to define it as. And I feel like it's going no further than that. Clarifying the 10 of Cups is the Justice, Queen of Swords reversed, and 8 of Pentacles reversed. So I want to get last card for here. And then we'll go here. I'm going to flip these over so you can kind of see these upright and see how these look. There's a sense of not only justice within yourself, like brewing. It's like, Libra, you are the Justice card in the tarot deck. You yourself are coming out in your own reading. And I want you to recognize how strong and powerful that energy is when you yourself are coming out in the advice that you need. And I think this is the true belief you need to have, is all of this strength that you've been looking for. Every single bit of answers that you've been looking for have been within you this whole time. All of the effort, all of that work ethic, all of that strength, it's been within you this whole time. And the hardest part is to do it for ourselves. But I want you to see the little you within you, and see that anytime that you are choosing to ignore these paths, passions, desires, these pulls that you can't explain. I feel like, Libra, some of you have been feeling very just, God, something's been pulling me in this direction. You can't explain it. And it's like being guided by this happiness that you can't explain that where it came from. And almost opening up and being honest with yourself and saying, hey, you're ignoring that little you, that younger you. Anytime you don't choose this happiness, you've ignored that younger part of you. And it's okay to feel like, oh my God, I could have done so much more. Why didn't I learn this earlier? Don't think of that. Think of how you can start doing things now. Anytime you catch yourself, how could I have not known this? How could I have not known that I was ignoring my little inner child? And it doesn't have to be inner child. It could be inner teen, inner young adult, however old you are, you know? It feels so simple right in front of us, but it's like ignoring that younger part of you. You ignore your soul, you ignore your desires, you ignore the thing that drives you and gets you up in the morning and makes you feel all of this happy feeling. This thing that drives you is pulling you in these happy directions that almost feel like truly, genuinely, intuitively, and divinely guided. There's a path that you feel directly out in front of you, and all it takes is for you to reach out in front of you and just not only take it, but take it in as in knowledge. This is all knowledge that is being gained. Clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, the bear, is 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords reversed, and 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands, I'm kind of getting is not as drastic as it this card is making it out to be. It's just this sketch art makes the 9 of Wands look a little more rough than it needs to be. 7 of Pentacles talks a lot about just starting to see the buds of a flower. Not the flower petals, but the buds grow. And you're like, ooh, we're very close for a flower to start blooming, you know? But you haven't quite seen the flower bloom yet. All this attention and focus on the end goal and all of the work that you're like, oh my God, there's so much I need to heal, that distracts you from the true purpose of, okay, well, where do we start? If we want to be, skilled and knowledgeable and be able to bake these various loaves of bread, then it's what can we do to learn? What can we do? And at this point, it's trying anything is really beneficial for you, but trying anything in the sense of knowing what's going to be something good-hearted that you pursue. I feel the need to say that for some reason. 4 of Swords reversed gives me this energy of So these swords are like leaned up against a wall. I still kind of see them like leaned up against a wall almost, as if there's like a bush behind the wall. Um, and it's almost like their swords are leaned upwards because you're about to pick up your tools and like head straight into battle and take that sword. Like, it feels like it's upright because you're about to point the sword in a direction. And it's interesting that I feel that energy because the Four of Swords always has a description in it that talks about, hey, we forgot the fourth sword. There's four swords in this, and it's like we almost forgot it. And it's like, hold on, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that a fifth sword? No, that's the sheath of one of the swords. It's just behind everything. It's a sheath of one of the swords, I think. Yeah. And taking a second look, another look on how you could heal yourself one step at a time. One wand at a time. You said, I'm gonna get through all 9 wands. And the universe looked at you and said, okay, honey. Come back to us when you need a hand. We're here to help, okay? And you're like, I can do it. I got it. And it's like, alright, sure, you can pick up all 9 wands at once. And trying to do all of the healing ever in your soul all at once. Are you trying to heal every single trauma in you all at once? I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but it's like, that's kind of essentially what it feels like. Trying to handle everything all at once. Whether it's trauma that you're healing, whether it's just handling things and trying to, the healing part is just acceptance. You can't handle everything all at once. You're not a freaking superhuman. Alright? You're human. You do things, you break arrows, you struggle, and then we see beyond this. We better ourselves from the struggle. We struggle in order to see better. The only way we can know how to do better for ourselves is to see where we struggle. I could sit here and say that, oh no, what's the words? I mix up the words. I was thinking of like a phrase. I was gonna use the example of like, I'm a better dancer than I am like flow artist. Flow arts is a very new thing for me as a dancer. It's just dancing with props in my opinion, but it's like a whole different like thing in itself that I am learning and trying to better myself at. And whenever I feel like, oh, I'm not getting this thing down, I try to remind myself that I'm still a beginner and I gotta handle things one at a time and just take it one step at a time. Whether it's literally one like wrist movement at a time and one arm movement at a time kind of a thing. Like, whatever you need to take in methodical steps, do whatever steps you need to take. And it's like, the only thing that needs to be in all of this, of what you're doing, is consistency. There just needs to be consistency in these steps. Consistency in this pattern of growth. Because it doesn't have to be like you are growing every day. It could be like you're growing every week and a half, or every month and a half, or every like 3 months, or every 6 months. Like, growth is not something that's going to happen in a day. You can use the day as like, okay, we tried to take steps in the path of growth. Whatever you're growing in, whatever you're healing, whatever you're accepting and working towards in this path. The idea of struggle, I feel like, is very prevalent of just... I feel like some of you want to know where it comes from. Where we intuitively find ourselves always just, oh my god, I'm not good at this thing. Like, everyone does it. Like, I feel like one part of the Libra reading is, like, some of you know that everyone struggles with something, somewhere, in some way. Everyone, everywhere. And I think that's the biggest thing that's being, like, not just, what I'm going to say is just holding you back from moving on and moving forward in this healing process. But I want to say you're not wrong. Everyone does struggle with these things, but it's more of, oh, I had the words. There's a big aspect of this that's that constant thinking of everyone struggles with something, so I must struggle with something, is that pushing past. You may not saying that I must struggle with something, but it almost feels like that's how you're treating this energy. You're treating it as, oh, well, everyone struggles, so I just have to, like deal with it, you know? Like, oh, cope with it kind of a thing. And it's like, there's an energy of, yeah, everyone struggles with something, so why not choose the happiness? I think this is a different aspect that is just, like, tickling this back part of your brain of, like, hey, Libra, remember when life used to be fun, kind of a thing? Not just fun, but, like, remember when you actually chose yourself and chose aspects of life for yourself? What I mean by aspects of life is, like, hey, you chose this path for you because you wanted to go and do that thing. Whether it's, like, a simple thing of go out and have a night out, or go and pursue this one project, practice this one thing. There's always a different thing that pushes us in a direction of happiness. And it's not even like a push. It's like you push yourself because you're being pulled in a direction. But that's the difference. You are pushing yourself past and beyond the struggle, because everyone struggles. So why not choose some good for yourself, is, like, this strong feeling. And you may not get it right every day. It may not be a good day every day, but taking it step by step, taking it day by day, and staying consistent with yourself is this, like, big shifting point I see. I think Libras, you need to have consistency within whatever you are healing at this moment. You must have consistency. I did not see that. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Welcome in. We're doing a heavy reading here, so excuse me. Libra, I appreciate you for recognizing that everyone struggles, but I need you to recognize that you can turn that into something good. You can turn that into motivation to get your ass up in the morning. And I think it's, like, understanding of no one would want to die in a trashy mess with, like, all of their belongings just trashed around them, kind of a thing. Like, I think people would like, everyone in some point in their life probably thinks, if I'm gonna die, I would like to just die in my sleep. It's the easiest way to go. My grandma did it, and God bless her, she went out a pretty easy way. It was my dad's mom. She had cancer. She was very old when I was a child as well. She was very old. She died when I was very young. But I was very just, like, thankful to know as a child that she died in her sleep. And I was like, oh, okay. But then that always got me thinking. I was like, she fell asleep and then didn't wake up? What? And that's what caused me to start thinking of, like, after death things. And I think you need to treat a lot of, like, holy shit, these cups got spilled? What? Well, what's beyond that? What happens after these things get spilled? Are we gonna clean it up? Do we have to clean it up? Do we need to clean it up? No? Oh, this is. We can take the cups with us as supplies for something if we really want to, but we don't need to clean it all up. And I think it's seeing beyond the, oh my god, this is such a mess. Look at this mess. This is such a mess here, and it's like, you don't really need to clean all that up. It's like, you can if you want. You can use the cups as like a little cup for like your bracelets and jewelry or something, or like your little trinkets or little coin holder or something, like for your keys. It's like you're not going to be drinking out of these cups because they're broken, dirty, or do they just, you don't want to be drinking out of them, kind of a thing. And it's like, that's the thing. Are you going to be fulfilled with these things that have hurt you and upset you? Are you going to be fulfilled with the things that make you feel, oh, how am I going to clean up this mess? How am I going to help this? How am I going to fix this? And it's like, you don't need to fix everyone or every single issue in the whole world, kind of a thing. It's not like fixing everyone's problems, but it's like anytime you see something wrong, I feel like Libras, the Libras I'm speaking towards, are very much, you are advocates, or you could say it in the silly Gen Z way, you're ally. I have to be stupid. I have to get a little laugh out of all of us. Come on now. We're in a heavy reading. We got to get a little laughter of medicine here. Or yeah, a little bit of laughter medicine. Yeah. I don't know what I was trying to say. Cool. Yeah, there we go. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords always has an aspect of we have our back turned towards the thing that we are hoping for. The thing we hope for and long for. That warm day to dawn so it can melt away all the cold snow, right? Well, it's just behind you. You just can't see it. And I feel like this is where tunnel vision is going to be very, very, like, you need to recognize anytime you feel tunnel visioned. This is a big advice of, like, tunnel vision is going to be your detriment and, like, going to cause you to veer off track. It feels like you're going to be focusing in, but it's like, oh, while you were focusing on that, you were doing something else, and then you got distracted, and it's like kind of making sure that you're staying on task, completing your task to the fullest. Hey, if you want to clean up these cups, you can. You don't have to if you don't want to. But sometimes people like cleaning. People think it's like a meditative thing for them. They really enjoy just like cleaning or organizing or something in general. So whether it's your job to clean it up doesn't matter. It's more of like if you feel the need to clean something up, whether it's like a situation. It doesn't necessarily have to do with people, but it has to do with something that's fulfilled you or something that you thought fulfilled you that you realize, oh, I don't like this. This makes me feel like I'm lacking, and needing to express that. Needing to clean it up in order to be like, hey, I'm just expressing this and that's it, and then you go about your day doing your other things. Because what comes after this? What comes after the 5 cups? The Magician. But the Magician's reversed. I feel like there's a little bit of lack in recognizing all of the tools you have at hand in order to take action in these places of fulfillment. And not just, I need to clean this up. What fulfills you? What makes you feel good? What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel true and just, this was fun. This felt good. I know a really fun time is Halloween for some people. And since it's fall and we're getting up on the spooky times, I know a lot of People like spooky things, and it just feels fun. There's just a lot of vibrant energy in the air and just radiant energy, even though it's spooky times. I feel like everyone gets to have a little bit of fun when it gets spooky season. And I think this energy of going out and doing things is the most beneficial thing for you right now. Like, you need to go out and do the things that, like, make you feel good and just give you this sense of fun again, like, genuinely feel, like, happy and fun. Because all that lies in between you moving past all of this pain step by step, little by little, you're going to see yourself in this 5 cups energy time and time again, but this is the process of healing. We see ourselves in these situations, these energies, these metaphorical energies, and then it just gives us a reminder to be like, hey, we have to use the tools at hand to 6 of Swords, to move beyond and transition into what feels like just the things that you want to do. It's like transition yourself from, oh, I gotta clean up all this mess, to what did we actually want to do today? What did we actually kind of desire to do, and just kind of, you know, what would fulfill us? Because we are not swimming in those waters, so we're just gonna hop on this bird's back and we can go anywhere now. We can actually go anywhere. So where are we going? Libra, what's going on? Where are we going? And if you are hanging out with a Libra, I really want you to make sure that you are having a good time. All right? You're having a good and safe time. Ooh, another card that came up in Gemini's reading. Geminis and Libras, and anyone who has a lot of Gemini and Libra energy right now, are going to be besties in the healing department. 7 of Swords, really, really guiding yourself out of the darkness here. Like, genuinely. I know it's weird to use the card as the metaphor, but these cards have these pictures on there for a reason. These cards are depicted this way for a reason. Swords essentially are knowledge, so anytime you see someone taking a sword with them, see it as taking knowledge, taking, like, thought patterns and mindsets with you, like, things that you actually like and that work for you, like, taking that with you. I think there's a lot of clearing out what doesn't work for you right now, because maybe there's some certain things that you're like, I need to heal this, and I need to heal that, and it's like, no you don't. That's just that's normal human behavior. You don't need to change that, unless you want to. I mean, it's like changing your hair color. It's like, oh, my hair's so ugly this color. It's like, no, not really. I mean, if you want to change it, you can change your hair color. There's nothing wrong with that. But actually seeing this aspect of step by step, you will see more and more beyond this struggle. Beyond the struggle is this healing that is healing beyond your, I wouldn't say your wildest dreams, but your wildest even, like, imagination. You never even you could never even understood this aspect of healing within yourself, but you're seeing it right in front of you. I feel like you're seeing this new way. Is he holding a sword almost? It almost looks like he is holding a sword there. That new little, like, sliver of light you see is almost like an entryway of a door that's just cracked open. So it's like, if you push a little bit, you don't gotta, like, force your way through. Just kind of slowly ease your way into this doorway. And it's like this new found of enlightenment. The enlightenment of your own happiness. And the enlightenment of, once you push past, and not even push past, but, like, I'm just saying push past in a general sense. Push past, oh my god, I'm sad, these things happened. Like, these things that make us feel like this card. I don't know how to explain it other than things that make us feel like head in our hands. I'm so tired, exhausted, drained. I can't do this. Anything that you know can push you out of that, get your ass up. There is a part of you that is, get your ass up. And I think you gotta be your own mama bear. And I say that, I say that with a grain of salt, but I say that in like a, you gotta be your own mama bear in a like, you know those mothers who are like a mama bear kind of mothers. Ones that are very, very nice, but very like, you do this, you washed your clothes and dried them and folded them and put them away. You cleaned everything up and disinfected everything, wiped all your stuff down, dusted everything, kind of a thing. Like, it's just, the mom and mothering energy, I feel like are sitting here being, I needed this kind of mother, or I needed this kind of nurturing energy. It doesn't have to be a mother energy, but mothering and feminine energy is very nurturing energy. I needed to be cared for in this way. I needed to be nurtured in this way. I needed someone to nurture my growth in this way. You need to be that for yourself. And there's no stronger message other than the first card to come out in the entire clarifying cards, the cards that were just for the clarification. The first card to come out is you, Libra. The Justice card in the tarot deck is the Libra card. You came out in your own reading. You are the own answer. And I want to say, we are all in this battle with ourselves together. We are all in this genuine, like, it feels like a battle within ourselves, but it feels like a battle that a mother has with a child. And you need to just mother yourself. It feels like that mama bear energy. And if mothering yourself feels better than saying nurturing, whichever words feel like are the words that you need to tell yourself, it doesn't have to be mothering yourself. If mothering yourself sounds a little too like, I don't know, I want to say, it doesn't have to sound like girly, but like, I don't know, childlike. You could say nurturing or caring and nurturing your growth. There's a lot more mature words out there to say these things. So don't be afraid to search for different ways to say the things that I said. Just allow yourself to be the person that you need and that you needed. So past, present, and future, that you needed, you need, and will need. And not only what you need, but also the person that you wanted and want and desire to be in the future. I'm going to end it there. There's a whole other level to this that I think if you are a really, like, spiritual Libra, there's some other things that are very, very deep that you can pick up in this reading, but I'm going to leave it at that because there's a lot I could say. A lot of symbolism, a lot of imagery. I love these cards, and thank you for letting me read your cards, Libra. That is all I have for you. And I feel like I want to give you a hug. And I actually need to end this soon because I can hear one of the cats meowing. I need to let them out. So thank you for watching, Libra. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night wherever you are on this beautiful planet Earth of ours. And as always, I hope to see y'all in the next one. Peace.